Welcome back to The Average Man. Today's episode, I'm turning some cheap ribs into a gourmet meal.
Now this meal is super easy and cheap. Get some cheap ribs, some sweet peas, some shrimp, 1 onion, and rice. Alright, step number 1, we're gonna wash these ribs. Step 2, get a pot, fill up with water. Fill it up halfway, don't fill it all the way up to the brim. So right now we want to boil our ribs. You basically want to boil your ribs before you start cooking it so it can become tender. Once your water starts to boil, open it up, take your ribs, place it straight in. Make sure it's flat. And then close it right back up and just let this boil for at least 45 minutes. Right now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of sea salt right into the pot. Just sprinkle it right in there. Close it back up. Now while your ribs is boiling, you can cook your rice. Just pour as much as you want, how much ever you want to cook for your family or for your partner, your spouse, and just put it in the pot, add some water, and you should be good. So turn this bad boy stove on, put it on a medium fire to let it boil up, and let it cook. You want this shrimp to cook alongside with your rice. So put the cap back on and just let it cook. Maybe turn down the fire all the way down to 4. Now we're gonna go back to our ribs. Add at least 2 teaspoons of garlic and just pour it right in there. And this is the perfect time to add the Goya seasoning as well. So just pour it right in there and just give it a quick stir so everything is mixed up and even. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a little bit more water around, not too much. So this is the perfect time to add your sweet peas right in there as well. Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sofrito, put it right in there, stir it up. Lastly, just add some butter, close the lid back up, and just continue to let it cook.
Now it's time to make your sauce. I'm going to use a combination of Mike's Hot Honey and Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Add 3 teaspoons of Mike's Hot Honey. Add 3 teaspoons of Sweet Baby Ray's. Now the secret weapon is the sriracha. Now add 3 teaspoons into the sauce and start to mix it up.
Alright, after 45 minutes, it's definitely time to check these ribs out. Yeah, this is definitely the texture you want. This is how you know it's going to be nice and tender.
Now get a pan and just put your ribs right on. After 45 minutes, this is how your ribs should look like.
So right now we're going to preheat our oven to 350, and while we preheat in our oven, we're just going to mix our sauce onto the ribs. And I'm just going to continue doing the same thing. Just make sure to coat the ribs really well, all over. You really want this to bake in the oven for at least 25 minutes. Alright, now it's time to chop up your onions for your fried rice. I'm just going to add 2 teaspoons of olive oil, not too much. Now I'm going to add my onions. Make sure to turn the fire down on low and add 2 teaspoons of fried rice seasoning. Now I'm just going to add my fried rice into the pan and make sure to stir from the bottom onto the top. After 10 minutes, please remove the aluminum foil that's on top. For the rest of the 10 minutes, we're going to let it cook just like this in the oven. So after 10 minutes, it's time to take these ribs out. Nice and hot. So right now I'm just going to add some fresh parsley flakes onto it. This was a super easy, quick recipe. Definitely low budget. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please stay tuned for more videos just like this.